Hello Sleepy Science subscribers, welcome back to our channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed drifting through the calm mysteries of the universe with us. Tonight, we will journey softly into the heart of our cosmic home, the Milky Way galaxy. As you listen, let your mind relax and your body sink deeper into rest. Imagine the quiet hum of the stars, the endless sea of light that surrounds our little planet. This is your peaceful escape to the galaxy we call home. The Milky Way, a name that flows like poetry, a reminder of the ancient nights when early humans gazed up at the sky and saw a glowing river of light stretching from horizon to horizon. That soft white band, faint but eternal, is not a cloud, not a mist. It is the combined glow of hundreds of billions of distant stars, each one burning silently, sending its light across space for thousands. Our galaxy is vast, so vast that even light, the fastest traveler in the universe, takes about 100,000 years to cross from one side to the other. Imagine that, a beam of light moving at 300,000 kilometers per second would need 100,000 years just to make that journey. The scale of the Milky Way stretches beyond human comprehension, yet somehow it feels comforting to know that we are part of something so immense and timeless. The Milky Way is a barred spiral galaxy, meaning that at its center lies a bright bar-shaped core made of countless stars, gas, and dust. From this center, four great spiral arms sweep outward like cosmic ribbons. The Perseus arm, the Scutum Centaurus arm, the Carina Sagittarius arm, and the outer arm. Our own solar system rests quietly on the edge of one of these spirals, in a peaceful region known as the Orion arm, or sometimes the Orion spur. It's a calm neighborhood, far from the crowded core and the violent energy of newborn stars. When you think of the Milky Way, imagine a colossal disk of stars, about 100,000 light years across, rotating slowly and gracefully. Every star, every planet, every cloud of gas moves in harmony, following the invisible pull of gravity that binds the galaxy together. It is like a grand cosmic dance, one that has been ongoing for billions of years and will continue long after we are gone. The stars move in quiet rhythm, their orbits tracing elegant paths that weave the galaxy's glowing structure. At the very heart of the Milky Way lies a mystery, a supermassive black hole known as Sagittarius I. It is 4 million times more massive than our sun, hidden behind thick veils of dust and gas. Though invisible, its gravity shapes the motion of stars near the core, guiding them in tight, rapid orbit. Yet, even this colossal force seems calm from our distance, a silent conductor keeping time for the galaxy's dance. Around it, stars swirl like fireflies around an unseen flame, and clouds of glowing gas drift slowly, shimmering in infrared light. If you could stand above the Milky Way and look down upon it, you would see its spiral arms gently curling, like waves frozen in time. You would see countless suns, glowing in every shade of white, blue, and red, scattered through dark lanes of dust. The galaxy breathes softly. Stars are born in glowing nurseries of gas, livelong lives shining in silence, and eventually fade or explode, seeding space with the elements that will form new stars. In this way, the Milky Way is alive, always changing, yet eternally peaceful. As you drift deeper into calm, imagine yourself floating among those stars. Each one is like a note in a quiet cosmic symphony, vibrating gently through space. You are part of that song, a small, shining piece of a vast and beautiful whole. Let that thought bring you comfort. Let it ease your mind as we continue our journey through the Milky Way. As you drift further into this tranquil exploration, Imagine yourself gliding along one of the Milky Way's spiral arms. The stars here are scattered like gentle dust, faintly illuminating the dark canvas of space. Some of them are ancient, older than Earth itself, while others are newborn, still wrapped in the delicate clouds of glowing gas that gave them life. The galaxy is not a static picture. It is a breathing, evolving organism, constantly reshaping itself through creation and destruction, silence and light. Each spiral arm of the Milky Way is like a vast river of stars, stretching for tens of thousands of light years. These arms are not solid structures but patterns, waves of density moving through space, compressing gas and dust as they pass. Within these dense waves, gravity takes over, gathering the raw material of the universe and forming new sun. When you look up at the Milky Way's hazy band in the night sky, you're gazing at these glowing star nurseries, scattered across unimaginable distances. The light you see tonight may have left its home star long before humanity even existed. The Milky Way rotates slowly but steadily. Our solar system completes a single orbit around the galactic center once every 230 million years. That means since the dinosaurs roamed the Earth, we've only made one trip around the heart of our galaxy. Every being that has ever lived, every civilization that has ever risen and fallen, all of it has unfolded within a tiny fraction of one galactic year. This cosmic timeline is both humbling and soothing, a gentle reminder that our lives are but short, flickering moments in an ancient and ongoing story. The Milky Way itself was born around 13.6 billion years ago, not long after the universe itself came into existence. In its youth, it was a chaotic place, small clusters of stars colliding, merging, and growing into the grand spiral we see today. Over billions of years, the galaxy absorbed smaller neighbors, pulling them into its gravitational embrace and weaving their stars into its own structure. Even now, this process continues. At this very moment, the Milky Way is slowly drawing in a nearby dwarf galaxy, the Sagittarius dwarf elliptical, blending its stars into our own. Every star that joins becomes part of the great family, the endless expansion of our galactic home. Our own position in this vast structure is quite special. Earth orbits a star located about 27,000 light-years from the galactic center, in a region of relative calm. Here, radiation levels are lower, collisions between stars are rare, and the cosmic environment is gentle enough to allow life to thrive. It's almost as if the universe placed us in a peaceful corner, away from the chaos and storms of the galactic core. That quiet location, that cosmic serenity, is one of the reasons you can listen to this story now, safe, calm, and aware of the infinite beauty that surrounds us. If you close your eyes, imagine the galaxy as a vast ocean of light. Each star is a drop within that sea, and every planet a grain of sand resting beneath its waves. The light of those distant suns reaches across billions of kilometers, traveling patiently through the void until it touches the eyes of those who wonder like you. That light carries stories of hydrogen fusing into helium, of cosmic dust forming worlds, of atoms born in stellar cores now pulsing within your veins. You are, in every sense, made of the Milky Way. When astronomers study the night sky, they often describe the Milky Way not just as a galaxy, but as a home, a gravitational community of stars bound together by invisible thread. And yet, despite all this vastness, everything within it is connected. Every particle of dust, every atom of light, moves according to the same simple rule, gravity pulling everything gently together. It is the same force that keeps your feet on the earth, that guides the moon around our planet, and that curves the paths of the stars themselves. The same silent rhythm flows through all things, connecting the smallest atom to the greatest galaxy. So, as your breathing slows, picture yourself floating weightlessly through that quiet galactic ocean. The light of distant suns flickers softly around you, like reflections on a calm sea. There is no rush, no urgency, only endless time and stillness. You are drifting among the stars of your own cosmic home, listening to the ancient lullaby of the Milky Way, a song that has been playing for billions of years, waiting for someone like you to listen. As we continue our gentle voyage through the Milky Way, imagine the galaxy not as something distant or unreachable, but as a soft, glowing presence that surrounds you completely. Every breath you take is part of this great cosmic rhythm, a rhythm shared by the stars, the dust, and the drifting clouds of gas. The galaxy is alive in its own slow, graceful way. It moves not with haste, but with eternal patience, as if time itself were breathing in and out through its luminous arms. If you could float beyond Earth and look upon the Milky Way from afar, you would see an immense spiral glowing faintly in the black ocean of the universe. It would not appear solid or harsh, but soft, delicate, like a swirl of silver mist illuminated from within. The central bulge, bright and golden, would shimmer at its core, surrounded by curving arms of blue-white light. Between these arms, dark lanes of interstellar dust would snake across the spiral, casting gentle shadows between the stars. And if you watched long enough, you would notice that nothing is truly still. Everything drifts, rotates, and evolves, slowly but endlessly. Our own solar system is carried along within this great rotation, moving through space at roughly 800,000 kilometers per hour. Yet, from our perspective, the night sky feels still. The stars seem fixed, unchanging. This illusion of calm is comforting. It reminds us that while the universe may be in motion, our place within it feels steady, a small island of peace in an ever-moving sea. Over time, our solar system journeys through different parts of the Orion Arm, passing clouds of dust and fields of faint starlight, each one shaping the delicate balance of cosmic energy that reaches our world. The Milky Way is not alone in the universe. Around it, dozens of smaller galaxies orbit like gentle companions. These are known as satellite galaxies. The large and small Magellanic Clouds are two of the brightest among them, visible from the southern hemisphere as faint glowing patches in the night sky. They are our galaxy's silent travelers, slowly circling the Milky Way, bound by its gravity. From their perspective, our spiral galaxy must look magnificent, a vast wheel of light turning slowly in the dark. And one day, far in the future, they may merge with the Milky Way completely, becoming part of its shining structure. The space between the stars, what we call interstellar space, is not empty. It is filled with thin clouds of gas and dust, remnants of ancient stars that once lived and died. These clouds are the nurseries of the next generation of suns. Within them, tiny ripples of gravity cause particles to gather, to swirl, and to warm until new stars ignite. The Milky Way is, in this way, both an ancient and a newborn entity. Even as it ages, it is constantly giving birth to light, constantly renewing itself in a cycle that has no end. Creation and rest coexist here, a harmony that mirrors the balance we seek within ourselves. When you gaze at the Milky Way from Earth, you are looking through the densest part of its disk. Billions of stars overlap, their light blending together into that faint milky glow. Early civilizations thought it was the spilled milk of a celestial goddess or a river leading souls to eternity. In truth, it is both, a river of light and a bridge across time. The light you see tonight might have begun its journey before humans learned to speak, before our ancestors first stood upright. Every photon carries a story, a whisper from a star across unimaginable distance. And tonight, those whispers reach you, gently filling your mind with calm. Scientists estimate that our galaxy contains more than 100 billion stars, and perhaps as many planets. Among them could be countless worlds with oceans, mountains, and skies of their own, places where life might be dreaming under alien suns. The thought is both humbling and comforting. We are part of a family so vast that it extends beyond sight or imagination, and yet we share the same cosmic origin. The iron in your blood, the calcium in your bones, the oxygen in your breath, all were born in the hearts of ancient stars that lived and died long ago within this galaxy. So as you rest, let this truth settle softly within you. You are not separate from the Milky Way. You are made of its dust, its starlight, its quiet motion. The galaxy lives through you, and you through it. Feel that connection as you breathe slowly, deeply, allowing your thoughts to drift like distant planets through a gentle current of time. The Milky Way is your cradle, your home, and your lullaby, eternal, vast, and infinitely kind. As the night deepens and your thoughts begin to soften, let your imagination drift gently across the quiet expanse of the Milky Way. Picture yourself floating far above the spiral arms, watching the galaxy turn like a slow, luminous whirlpool suspended in the dark. From this distance, everything seems to move with calm precision. Every star, every cloud of dust, every whisper of light follows its path in perfect harmony, as if the universe itself were breathing in a serene, endless rhythm. The stars that form the Milky Way's glowing arms are not all the same. Some are young and brilliant, shining in shades of blue and white, their energy fresh and vibrant. Others are ancient, dimmed by time, glowing softly with a deep orange hue. Together, they paint the galaxy with subtle gradients of light and color, forming a vast cosmic tapestry that stretches farther than the eye can see. Between them, silent regions of dust wind through space like dark rivers, hiding countless newborn stars within their veiled depths. These hidden nurseries glow faintly in infrared light, invisible to our eyes, but alive with creation. Astronomers often describe our galaxy as a barred spiral, and if you could see its core, you would understand why. At the very center lies a shining bar of stars that stretches across thousands of light years, acting as a bridge between the inner bulge and the outer arms. It glows like a golden thread woven into the heart of the Milky Way. Beyond this bar, the spiral arms twist outward gracefully, each one curving like the gentle strokes of a painter's brush. From afar, the entire structure would appear both delicate and powerful, a portrait of balance between chaos and calm. At the center of all this motion rests the Milky Way's most mysterious inhabitant, Sagittarius I, the supermassive black hole. Though it cannot be seen directly, its presence is unmistakable. Stars near the core orbit at incredible speeds, racing around an invisible point of gravity 4 million times more massive than our sun. Yet even here, in this realm of immense force, the black hole does not consume the galaxy. It anchors it, holding everything together in quiet equilibrium. Around it, light curves and bends, creating patterns of glowing arcs, a cosmic dance performed in perfect silence. The stars themselves are not scattered randomly throughout the Milky Way. Many form clusters, families of stars born together from the same cloud of gas. Open clusters are loose and young, their stars bound gently by gravity, while globular clusters are dense and ancient, like shimmering spheres of light orbiting far from the galactic plane. Some of these clusters are older than the galaxy's spiral shape itself, remnants of its earliest days. When we study them, we glimpse the Milky Way's own childhood. Surrounding the galaxy's main disk lies a vast, faint halo made of invisible dark matter, a mysterious substance that we cannot see, but can feel through its gravity. This halo extends far beyond the visible stars, forming an enormous cocoon that keeps the galaxy intact. Without it, the Milky Way's spinning arms would unravel, scattering into space. The halo acts like a gentle embrace, unseen but essential, maintaining the galaxy's quiet stability. Its presence reminds us that not all things need to be visible to be real, that much of what sustains the universe exists in silence. As your thoughts float through this endless expanse, remember that everything in the Milky Way is connected. The sun, the earth, and even the atoms within your body move in harmony with this vast galactic motion. Right now, as you rest, you are traveling through space at unimaginable speed, carried along by the gentle turning of the galaxy. Yet you feel no motion, no wind, only stillness. The serenity of the Milky Way is so complete that even movement becomes rest. The ancient starlight you see on clear nights is a message from across the ages. It has traveled for thousands of years to reach you, a soft, golden whisper from distant suns. When you look up, you are not simply observing the past. You are participating in it. The light becomes part of your experience, part of your mind, merging the infinite with the personal. In that connection lies a kind of peace, the realization that the universe is not apart from you, but within you. So, as your eyes grow heavy and your breath slows, let the Milky Way cradle your imagination. Picture its glowing arms wrapping softly around you, its starlight shimmering like a lullaby made of light. Each breath you take is part of the galaxy's rhythm, each heartbeat a reflection of the cosmic pulse that has echoed for billions of years. You are safe, calm, and infinite, a fragment of the Milky Way's eternal dream. Now, as you continue to drift through this gentle journey, imagine yourself gliding deeper into the Milky Way's spiral arms, through shimmering clouds of dust and rivers of light that stretch beyond imagination. The galaxy hums with quiet energy, but its song is slow and low, like a heartbeat echoing through eternity. Every atom, every beam of light, every star and planet moves in harmony, guided by forces too vast to see yet too delicate to disturb. You are floating through the calmest ocean in existence, a sea made not of water, but of stars. Our galaxy's structure is layered, much like a living organism. The luminous disk you see from Earth, that faint milky band across the sky, is only one part of it. Above and below this plane extends a dim halo filled with ancient stars and globular clusters, glowing softly against the darkness. The halo reaches far beyond what our eyes can perceive, stretching like invisible wings around the spiral body. It gives the Milky Way its balance, a sense of completeness, like a quiet breath expanding and contracting through time. Deep within the spiral arms, new stars are born. The process is slow, spanning millions of years, yet it unfolds everywhere across the galaxy. Gigantic clouds of hydrogen gas collapse under their own gravity, heating up until fusion ignites, the moment a star begins to shine. These stellar nurseries are places of both chaos and beauty, vast regions of gas and dust glowing in soft blues and pinks, shaped by the light of newborn suns. Each spark of light is the beginning of a story, perhaps one that will one day give rise to planets, oceans, and life. In this endless cycle of birth and renewal, the Milky Way keeps breathing, calm, steady, and eternal. When we look out into the galaxy, we are looking into the past. The light from distant regions takes thousands of years to reach us, meaning we see the Milky Way as it once was, not as it is now. Every photon carries the memory of where it came from, a trace of time itself. In a way, the Milky Way is a living archive of history, storing the story of the universe within its glowing arms. If you could listen closely, you might hear the faint echoes of that history, a gentle murmur that tells of stars being born, living, and fading into dust again. Our sun is one of the quieter stars in this grand structure. It resides far from the galactic center, in a peaceful region of space where star formation is slower and radiation levels are mild. This calmness is part of why life could thrive on Earth. In the crowded, stormy heart of the galaxy, supernovae and radiation storms would have made survival impossible. But here, In our small corner of the Orion Arm, the conditions are perfect for balance. Not too hot, not too cold, not too violent. The galaxy, in its vast wisdom, seems to have set aside this gentle space for life to dream. If you could look at the Milky Way in different kinds of light, infrared, ultraviolet, or radio, you would see layers upon layers of hidden patterns. Infrared light would reveal clouds of dust glowing warmly, hiding newborn stars within. Radio waves would outline the spiral arms, tracing the invisible skeleton of the galaxy. Ultraviolet light would expose the youngest, hottest stars blazing fiercely at the edges of nebulae. Together, these views show the Milky Way not as a flat image, but as a complex and dynamic being, a tapestry woven from many kinds of light, each one whispering a different secret of the cosmos. The more we learn about our galaxy, the more we realize how intertwined everything is. The same atoms that make up your body were once part of ancient stars, born in the heart of the Milky Way billions of years ago. When those stars exploded, they scattered their elements across space, seeding the clouds that would later form new suns and planets, including our own. Every breath you take contains oxygen once forged in a distant sun, every heartbeat powered by energy that began as light. You are, quite literally, the galaxy made conscious, a fragment of stardust that has learned to look back and wonder where it came from. Now, as your eyelids grow heavier, imagine that you are gently drifting through this cosmic sea of light and shadow. You pass through quiet nebulae where stars are born. You glide between clusters of ancient suns that have burned for longer than life has existed on Earth. The silence around you feels endless, yet full of unseen motion, full of slow creation. The Milky Way cradles you like a mother holding her child, and its pulse aligns with yours. The rhythm of your breath, the beating of your heart, they are the echoes of the same cosmic harmony that moves galaxies and stars. Let that thought bring peace. Let it settle into your mind like soft starlight. The Milky Way is not out there somewhere far away. It is within you, surrounding you, and watching over you. Every night, when you look at the stars, you are seeing home. As we drift even deeper into the calm embrace of the Milky Way, imagine that time itself has slowed to match the galaxy's heartbeat. Each passing moment stretches like the soft ripples of starlight flowing across space. You are gliding through the quiet arms of our home galaxy, surrounded by billions of suns that shimmer faintly like grains of golden dust, suspended in eternity. Every star has its own story, some just beginning, others nearing their end, yet all of them add their light to this gentle ocean of brilliance. The Milky Way spiral arms are not fixed structures. They are waves, gentle compressions of matter that move through the disk, gathering gas and dust as they pass. When these waves flow through a region, the gas becomes denser, igniting the birth of new stars. After a time, the wave passes on, leaving behind clusters of young, glowing suns that slowly drift apart. It is a process of quiet rhythm, of creation and fading, over and over again. Like the breath of a sleeping giant, the galaxy expands and contracts through the ages, steady, endless, and serene. In this grand system, even the stars themselves are travelers. Our sun is one of them, moving gracefully through the galactic plane. Over millions of years, it rises and falls, weaving a gentle path that carries Earth through different regions of the Milky Way. Sometimes it passes through brighter areas filled with starlight, and sometimes through quieter regions of cosmic dust. Each journey shapes the climate, the energy, and perhaps even the evolution of life on our planet. Yet through it all, the rhythm remains slow, predictable, and calm. The galaxy's way of keeping balance in the flow of time. Surrounding the Milky Way's glowing disk is the galactic halo, a vast, nearly invisible sphere of old stars and mysterious dark matter. These ancient stars orbit far beyond the spiral arms, their paths tilted and stretched like the faint outlines of a forgotten pattern. They are relics of the early universe, survivors from the time when galaxies were still forming. Some of these stars may have come from smaller galaxies long absorbed by the Milky Way, carrying within them the memories of distant worlds that no longer exist. Their light, though faint, still reaches us, a whisper from the dawn of creation. Closer to the galactic center, the scene is very different. There, stars crowd together in dense clusters, moving at tremendous speeds around Sagittarius Arc, the supermassive black hole at the heart of our galaxy. Though invisible, the black hole's gravity sculpts the motion of everything nearby. If you could see it from afar, you would witness stars tracing tight loops of light, circling a point of absolute darkness. Yet even here, amid such powerful forces, there is a kind of peace, the balance of opposites, the stillness within motion. It reminds us that even in the universe's most extreme places, harmony persists. Beyond the visible structure of our galaxy lies something even more mysterious, the unseen network of dark matter that holds everything together. Scientists believe that most of the Milky Way's mass, perhaps up to 90%, is made of this invisible substance. Though we cannot see or touch it, dark matter weaves through the galaxy like a silent web, shaping the movement of stars and guiding the formation of galaxies themselves. Without it, the Milky Way would unravel, scattering its light into the void. Dark matter is the quiet glue of existence, unseen yet essential, much like the moments of silence between your breaths. Our galaxy does not exist in isolation. It is part of a small community of galaxies called the Local Group, which includes our closest neighbors, the Andromeda Galaxy and the Triangulum Galaxy. Together, they orbit one another in a slow cosmic waltz that will last billions of years. Andromeda, the largest of the three, is slowly moving toward us. In about 4 billion years, it will merge with the Milky Way, forming a single, enormous elliptical galaxy, a new home born from the union of two great spirals. It may sound like a collision, but on the scale of galaxies, it will be a graceful blending of stars, light, and space, a slow dance in the dark. When that day comes, the night sky will look very different. Andromeda will grow larger and brighter, until its stars mingle with ours, painting the heavens with rivers of light. Yet there is no need for fear. Such events unfold over unimaginable spans of time, far beyond the reach of human generations. The universe moves with patience, not haste. Even in its grandest transformations, it remains gentle, like the turning of a page in an eternal story. As you listen to these thoughts, allow your mind to mirror the calmness of the Milky Way. Picture the stars drifting slowly, peacefully, each one moving to its place with perfect timing. Feel yourself carried by that same flow, weightless, timeless, infinite. The galaxy has no urgency, no rush. It simply is, glowing quietly in the dark. Let that stillness wash over you. Let it remind you that peace is not the absence of motion, but the acceptance of its rhythm. Now, take a slow, deep breath. Imagine inhaling starlight and exhaling calm. You are part of the Milky Way's endless dance, a single spark within its cosmic song. And as you rest beneath its silver glow, the galaxy continues to turn, slowly, endlessly, peacefully, carrying you with it through the silence of forever. As you continue to float through the Milky Way's gentle glow, the sense of scale becomes almost impossible to imagine. Each star you pass might hold its own family of planets, moons, and asteroids, silent worlds drifting in perfect harmony with their parent suns. You glide quietly past them, feeling neither distance nor time, only the soft hum of existence all around you. The galaxy seems endless, but it is not chaotic. Every motion, every rotation, every flicker of light follows the calm pattern of gravity's design. It is the ultimate expression of balance, a masterpiece shaped by both force and stillness. The Milky Way is home to hundreds of billions of stars, maybe even more than we can count. But stars are not its only residence. Between them lie oceans of gas, clouds of cosmic dust, and countless planets, some familiar, rocky, and sunlit, others shrouded in darkness, frozen and alone. There are worlds with skies tinted red by distant suns, and others where the light never fades, locked in eternal daylight. Each of these worlds is a possibility, a dream suspended in the quiet rhythm of space. And all of them, every grain of dust, every particle of light, moves together as part of this grand cosmic dance we call the Milky Way. Astronomers believe there could be more planets than stars in our galaxy. That means for every shining sun you see, there might be 1, 2, or even 10 planets circling quietly around it. Some of these planets may orbit in the habitable zone, a gentle range of distance where warmth and water could exist, where life might have found its place to begin. We do not yet know how many of these worlds carry oceans or forests, or if any host beings who look up at their skies and wonder, as we do, about their place in the universe. But imagining them brings a quiet comfort. Somewhere out there, perhaps another consciousness is dreaming beneath the same starlight, within the same galaxy, connected to us through the Milky Way's silent threads. In the great span of time, stars are born, live their lives, and fade away. Some end quietly, cooling and dimming into white dwarfs, tiny, dense remnants that glow faintly for billions of years. Others end more dramatically, in colossal explosions called supernovae. When a massive star reaches the end of its life, it collapses inward and then erupts with unimaginable power, releasing light that can outshine the entire galaxy for a brief moment. And yet, even in that violence, there is beauty. The explosion scatters heavy elements, carbon, oxygen, iron, into space, enriching the galaxy with the ingredients for new stars, new worlds, and even new life. From death comes creation, and the cycle begins again. Many of the atoms that make up your body were forged in such ancient supernovae. The calcium in your bones, the iron in your blood, the carbon that forms your very being, all were born from stars that lived and died long before our sun existed. When you breathe, when you think, when you dream, you are echoing the galaxy's story. You are not merely observing the Milky Way, you are part of it. You are a spark of awareness within its endless rhythm, a fragment of starlight that has learned to reflect upon itself. And that realization is one of the most peaceful truths in existence. The Milky Way is not motionless in space. It is traveling too, drifting through the vast cosmic web that connects all galaxies. It moves at about 600 kilometers per second toward a region of space known as the Great Attractor. We do not fully understand what lies there, only that it draws countless galaxies toward it, like leaves carried by a silent current. Even the Milky Way, massive as it is but one traveler among billions, part of a river of galaxies, flowing together through the universe. The scale of this journey is beyond imagination, yet to the galaxy, it feels as natural as breathing. Despite all this motion, to us, it feels calm. When you stand beneath the stars and look up, you see serenity. The night sky does not seem to rush or change. The stars appear eternal, holding their places in the darkness. That illusion is comforting. It reminds us that within the great flow of the cosmos, there are still moments of stillness, places where time slows, where thought quiets, where the mind can rest. The Milky Way, though vast and ancient, invites us into that stillness. It whispers not of chaos, but of continuity. The slow, steady hum of creation unfolding at its own gentle pace. Imagine now that you are resting at the edge of one of the Milky Way's spiral arms, looking outward toward the void. Beyond the last scattering of stars lies true darkness, the intergalactic sea. But it does not feel empty. It feels peaceful, infinite, full of potential. The faint glow of our galaxy stretches behind you, a soft band of silver light winding through eternity. You realize then that you are not separate from it. You are part of that glow, part of the Milky Way's quiet heartbeat. It carries you forward, even as you sleep, gently turning, softly humming, endlessly shining. So let that vision stay with you. Let your thoughts dissolve into that slow rotation. Feel yourself floating in the same rhythm as the stars, calm and unhurried. The Milky Way continues to turn, vast, patient, and eternal, while you rest within its light, safe and small, yet infinite at the same time. As you drift even deeper into the calm infinity of the Milky Way, imagine the galaxy stretching beneath you like a vast, glowing sea. The spiral arms curl gently through the darkness, each one shimmering with billions of tiny suns, rivers of light flowing through an endless ocean. From this perspective, the universe feels quiet and eternal. No sound, no rush, only the soft pulse of starlight echoing across unimaginable distances. You are floating between those stars, surrounded by a light that has traveled for thousands of years just to reach this moment. If you could hear the Milky Way, its voice would not be loud. It would be a slow, humming tone, steady and deep, a frequency so low it could only be felt, not heard. Scientists have discovered that even the galaxy emits faint vibrations, radio waves that carry information about its structure and movement. These cosmic whispers flow through space like a heartbeat, a reminder that even in silence, the universe speaks. You are listening to it now, in your own way. Not through ears, but through stillness. The galaxy's calm rhythm matches the rhythm of your breath. Our solar system's place in this grand structure is humble, yet extraordinary. We orbit about 27,000 light-years from the galactic center, far enough to avoid its chaotic core, but close enough to feel its gentle gravitational pull. The sun, with its 8 planets and countless moons, is just one of billions of systems, quietly turning within the galaxy's disk. As we orbit, we move through streams of cosmic dust and clouds of interstellar gas, each one illuminated by the light of distant stars. This slow drift through the galaxy is called the galactic year, and one complete orbit takes about 230 million Earth years. Every creature that has ever lived on Earth has existed within only a tiny fraction of one galactic day. When we look up at the night sky, we are seeing the Milky Way from inside its spiral body. The glowing band that arcs across the darkness is not a line of stars, but the dense heart of the disk seen from within. It is the combined light of countless suns, blurred together by distance and dust. To ancient civilizations, it looked like a path through the heavens, a bridge between worlds. They gave it names filled with poetry. The river of heaven, the silver road, the milk of the gods. Though we now understand its true nature, that sense of wonder remains unchanged. The Milky Way is both a scientific marvel and a source of quiet magic, a symbol of how beauty and truth can coexist. In the deeper regions of the galaxy, stars live in families known as clusters. Some are open clusters, loose gatherings of young stars that still share the glow of their birth clouds. Others are globular clusters, dense spheres of ancient suns orbiting far from the galactic center. These ancient clusters have seen the galaxy evolve over billions of years. They are the memory of the Milky Way, silent witnesses to its birth, its growth, and its endless renewal. If you could float near one, you would see tens of thousands of stars shining like a field of diamonds, each one a spark of history, a frozen moment of time. But not all parts of the Milky Way are bright. Between the spiral arms lie dark nebulae, vast clouds of dust so thick that even light cannot pass through them. To our eyes, they appear as empty patches in the sky, but within them, creation is quietly taking place. These are the wombs of stars, places where gravity slowly pulls gas and dust together until the pressure ignites a newborn sun. The process takes millions of years, unfolding with infinite patience. When the first light finally escapes the cloud, it glows faintly against the darkness, a new voice joining the galaxy's eternal song. Over time, these young stars drift apart, carried by the slow rotation of the Milky Way. Some will form systems with planets, some will wander alone through the void. A few will burn quickly and die young, their lives short but brilliant. Others will live for billions of years, shining steadily as the galaxy continues to turn. The balance between birth and death, between silence and light, is what keeps the Milky Way alive. It is not a static object. It is a living process, a continuous act of creation that never truly ends. When you close your eyes tonight, you are looking into that same process. The atoms in your body, the light in your eyes, the air that moves through your lungs, all are part of this cosmic cycle. You are not apart from the Milky Way. You are the Milky Way. Every thought you have, every heartbeat, every dream is a continuation of that same cosmic rhythm. The galaxy is not something above you or around you. It exists within you. It's dust in your bones. It's light in your mind. It's silence in your breath. So as you sink deeper into rest, imagine yourself floating among the stars once more. The spiral arms curve softly around you like waves of light. The stars shimmer in slow motion, their glow weaving a blanket of warmth and calm. You are safe here, cradled within the heart of the Milky Way, surrounded by the soft hum of creation. Nothing rushes, nothing breaks, nothing ends. There is only movement, light, and peace, eternal and infinite. Now, imagine yourself slowly drifting closer to the core of the Milky Way, where the glow of countless stars becomes so bright that darkness almost disappears. The center of our galaxy is a place of quiet power, ancient, radiant, and full of mystery. It is here that gravity gathers everything into motion, weaving a spiral of light that has turned for billions of years. Yet even in the heart of such strength, there is still serenity. The stars do not rush. They simply follow the invisible curve of time, orbiting gracefully around the galactic core as if swaying to an eternal lullaby. The central region of the Milky Way is called the galactic bulge, a dense golden sphere of old stars that cluster tightly together. Their combined light gives this region a soft amber hue, glowing faintly through the surrounding dust clouds. These are some of the oldest stars in the galaxy, born when the universe itself was young. They have witnessed the rise and fall of generations of suns, watched nebulae form and fade, and endured the slow sculpting of the galaxy's shape. Their calm light carries a kind of wisdom, the quiet patience of time itself. At the very heart of this glowing bulge lies Sagittarius A, the Milky Way's supermassive black hole. Though we cannot see it directly, its presence shapes everything around it. It is a point of immense gravity, about 4 million times the mass of our sun, hidden behind curtains of dust and gas. Stars near it race at tremendous speeds, orbiting once every few decades, tracing loops of light around the invisible void. And yet, from our vantage point far away, even this cosmic dance feels peaceful. The black hole does not consume the galaxy. It anchors it, like a quiet center holding the spiral together. Around it, stars continue their endless motion, glowing softly against the dark. Scientists once thought of black holes only as destroyers, but now we understand they are also creators. They sculpt galaxies, regulate the birth of stars, and influence the flow of energy across space. In their silence, they give structure to the universe. Like still water reflecting the stars, a black hole mirrors the balance between presence and absence, between power and calm. In its gravity, there is order. In its darkness, There is peace. Surrounding the core are enormous clouds of gas, remnants of ancient stars, and the raw material of new ones. Here, powerful radio waves pulse through space, revealing regions where stars are being born, hidden behind veils of dust. Telescopes that can see beyond visible light, into infrared and radio wavelengths, have allowed us to peer into this hidden heart. What we find is not chaos, but gentle cycles of creation, like the slow breathing of the galaxy itself. Stars emerge, shine, and fade, their light blending into the collective glow of billions of others, forming the soft radiance we see as the Milky Way. Beyond the bulge, the spiral arms stretch outward like celestial ribbons. They are vast highways of stars and dust, winding gracefully through the galactic disk. Each arm has its own personality, some bright and dense with young stars, others quieter and dimmer, filled with older suns. Our solar system lies along the edge of one of these, the Orion Arm, a small spur between two larger arms. It is here, in this tranquil region, that our sun quietly follows its orbit, carrying Earth and the story of humanity through the galaxy's timeless rotation. Every part of the Milky Way, from its core to its edges, is connected through gravity. It is like a web of light held together by an unseen hand. The same laws that guide the stars also guide your breath, your heartbeat, the gentle pull of the earth beneath you. Everything in existence follows that same rhythm, a universal order that binds the vast and the small. When you feel the steady pulse of your heart, you are, in a way, feeling the same quiet motion that turns the galaxy. Take a moment now to imagine that you are lying at the center of the Milky Way's glow, surrounded by stars that drift like fireflies through a golden fog. The light feels soft, wrapping around you in endless warmth. The energy here is powerful, yet perfectly still, as if all motion has slowed to a whisper. This is the heart of our galaxy, the place where beginnings and endings meet, where silence is filled with the hum of eternity. You are floating within it, part of its rhythm, safe in its calm. The Milky Way has existed for more than 13 billion years, and yet to the stars, time moves differently. They do not hurry. They simply exist, shining, fading, returning to dust, and shining again. The galaxy knows patience better than anything else in the universe. It does not force creation, it allows it. It lets light emerge when it is ready. That is its secret. Quiet persistence, endless renewal, and infinite peace. So as you listen, breathe in that patience. Let it fill you. Let it remind you that the same calm endurance that holds galaxies together also lives within you. The Milky Way is not just your home in space, it is your reflection in time. You are the starlight that remembers, the consciousness that dreams, the stillness within the infinite. Now let go of thought. Let your body rest and your mind drift like a star moving through the soft glow of the galaxy. The Milky Way continues to turn, slow, vast, and eternal. And you are moving with it, gently, endlessly, peacefully. As you continue your quiet drift through the Milky Way, the galaxy begins to feel almost alive. Not just a collection of stars, but a great breathing being that moves with intention. Every spiral arm seems to pulse softly, as if inhaling and exhaling light. The stars are its heartbeat, the gas clouds its breath, and the dark matter its invisible skeleton. You are gliding through its body now, carried along by gravity's silent embrace. And the deeper you go, the more peaceful it becomes. The light around you doesn't dazzle, it glows, warm, soft, and endless. Our galaxy is not just vast in space, it is vast in time. The Milky Way has existed for more than 13 billion years, nearly as old as the universe itself. In its earliest days, it was a cloud of hydrogen and helium, slowly spinning, gradually gathering mass. From that quiet beginning, stars began to form. The first lights of the cosmic dawn. They burned fiercely and died quickly, creating heavier elements that would seed the generations of stars to come. Over time, small galaxies merged, their stars blending into one grand spiral. What we now call the Milky Way is the result of billions of years of gentle, persistent evolution. A masterpiece painted slowly by time. Even now, the galaxy is still changing. Far out on its edges, it continues to grow, gathering material from intergalactic space. Streams of hydrogen flow inward, fueling new generations of stars. In some regions, satellite galaxies orbit like quiet companions, contributing their own clusters of stars and gas as they are drawn closer. Every new addition becomes part of the Milky Way's living tapestry. The galaxy never truly stops evolving. It simply moves through cycles of creation and rest, expansion and calm, in an infinite rhythm that feels almost like breathing. Our sun and the planets that orbit it were born in one of these cycles about 4.6 billion years ago. Long before Earth existed, the Milky Way was already old, already filled with stars that had lived and died. The cloud of dust and gas that would one day become our solar system was rich with elements created by long-dead suns. When gravity drew this cloud together, a new star ignited, our sun, and around it, the leftover material began to form planets. Earth emerged as one of these worlds, small and blue, yet destined to hold consciousness. In that moment, the Milky Way gave birth to something remarkable, a fragment of itself that could look back and wonder. When you gaze up at the night sky, you are not looking outward. You are looking inward, into your own cosmic origins. Every particle in your body was once part of the Milky Way stars. You are the galaxy experiencing itself, the universe becoming aware through your eyes. The same carbon that burns in distant suns fuels your cells. The same iron that rests in your blood once shimmered in the heart of a dying star. You are not a visitor in the Milky Way. You are its voice, its thought, its dream. As your mind drifts through this truth, imagine floating near one of the galaxy's spiral arms. From here, the stars form long arcs of light, stretching for tens of thousands of light years. Each point of light is a sun, perhaps with planets, moons, or rings. Some glow blue and hot, others red and cool. Between them are dark lanes of dust, glowing faintly with scattered starlight. The galaxy feels like a vast river flowing around you, slow and eternal. You are a droplet within that river, carried effortlessly along its current. The Milky Way does not move alone through the cosmos. It belongs to a small family of galaxies, the local group, bound together by gravity. The nearest of these is the Andromeda Galaxy, a spiral even larger than our own. It shines faintly in the sky, 2 million light years away, but it is moving closer, drawn toward us by a slow, inevitable attraction. In about 4 billion years, the two galaxies will merge, their stars mingling to form a single immense galaxy, a new creation, brighter and more beautiful than either alone. Though this event lies far beyond our lifetimes, it is comforting to know that even galaxies, in their endless dance, find connection and unity. From the edges of the Milky Way, you looked back, you would see it as a glowing disk floating in darkness. Its spiral arms would twist like silver ribbons, and at its center, a golden light would shimmer softly. The galaxy would seem delicate, almost fragile, yet it holds together effortlessly. It is the perfect balance between gravity and motion, between stillness and flow. That balance is what gives the Milky Way its harmony, and what gives the universe its peace. Now, as you breathe slowly, feel that same harmony within yourself. The atoms in your lungs once drifted through this galaxy, following the same laws that guide the stars. You are not separate from this vastness. You are part of it. The Milky Way's rhythm is your rhythm. Its calm is your calm. As you listen, you are sensing with the oldest pattern in existence, the gentle pulse of creation itself. Let that thought cradle you. Let it quiet every noise in your mind. You are floating through a galaxy that has been shining for billions of years, and tonight it shines for you. You are part of its story, part of its song, and as you rest, it continues to turn, endlessly, patiently, peacefully, through the infinite night. As you drift farther through the Milky Way's glowing arms, the distance between stars begins to stretch, and yet, somehow, the sense of connection grows stronger. Everywhere you look, the galaxy feels alive. Threads of light weave across space, like the delicate veins of a living organism, carrying energy, dust, and memory through its spiral frame. The farther you travel, the more you realize that the Milky Way is not a distant thing. It is the pulse of existence itself, and you are moving gently within it. Our galaxy is not just a collection of matter. It is a history written in starlight. Each region tells a chapter of a grand story. Near the center, ancient stars glow softly, their light yellowed with age. They are the elders of the Milky Way, formed when the universe was young and turbulent. Farther out, in the spiral arms, you find the youth, brilliant blue suns burning fiercely, living fast and bright before fading into dust. Between them lie calm regions of gas and silence, places where time seems to slow and creation waits patiently. The galaxy is both old and young, both still and in motion. The perfect blend of opposites, balanced in an eternal dance. If you could hover above one of the Milky Way's spiral arms, you'd see beauty in every direction. Star clusters would shimmer like jewels scattered across a velvet cloth, while nebulae, vast clouds of gas, would glow in soft pinks and blues. Some nebulae are so large that they could swallow thousands of suns, yet they drift through space as delicately as smoke in still air. Inside them, new stars ignite, surrounded by disks of dust that might one day form planets. From these humble beginnings, systems like our own are born, each one a potential cradle of life. The Milky Way is full of these possibilities. Astronomers estimate that there could be more than 100 billion planets in our galaxy, and perhaps even more moons. Among them, millions may lie within habitable zones, regions where temperatures allow water to flow and life, as we know it, to survive. Somewhere among these distant worlds, there could be oceans reflecting alien skies, forests breathing under strange constellations, or beings looking up and wondering, just as we do, what else might exist among the stars. The galaxy is not empty. It is full of questions waiting to awaken. Yet even if we never meet these distant neighbors, we're connected to them in profound ways. The same cosmic events that gave birth to Earth also gave birth to their worlds. The same supernovae that spread iron through our solar system scattered it across the entire galaxy. The Milky Way does not create life in one place alone. It sees possibility everywhere. Each star, each planet, each conscious thought is a ripple in its endless ocean. And those ripples overlap, forming the quiet harmony of existence. When we look toward the galactic center, we are peering into a region we cannot fully see. Clouds of interstellar dust block visible light, hiding its true form. But when astronomers use infrared and radio telescopes, the darkness opens like a curtain. They find dense clusters of stars, spiraling gas, and the steady pull of the supermassive black hole, Sagittarius Agi. It is a place of unimaginable energy. Yet even here there is rhythm, order, and peace. The stars there move like dancers in slow motion, following invisible patterns that have existed for billions of years. It is chaos turned to art, power softened into elegance. If you could drift closer to one of these ancient stars, you would see that even the smallest details of the Milky Way are full of wonder. Around some suns, rings of icy dust stretch outward, glinting in the light like silver halos. Around others, Giant planets pull on their parent stars with a gentle tug, causing them to wobble ever so slightly, a movement so subtle that only the most sensitive instruments on Earth can detect it. These faint wobbles tell us that worlds exist, orbiting faraway suns we can barely see. The galaxy whispers their presence through light and motion, as if sharing its secrets with those who are quiet enough to listen. And what about the stars themselves? Many live not alone, but in pairs, or even trios, bound by gravity. They orbit each other in endless circles, shining together through eternity. To stand beneath such skies, if you could, would be to see sunsets of twin suns, to watch shadows stretch in two directions, to live in a world illuminated by harmony. The Milky Way creates countless variations of beauty, each one unique, each one fleeting, yet all connected by the same cosmic design. As your mind drifts deeper into rest, imagine that all of these stars, every one of them, are breathing together. Their light pulses slowly, in time with the heartbeat of the galaxy. You are part of that pulse, part of that slow rhythm of existence. The light from the Milky Way does not simply shine upon you, it shines through you. It moves within you, as the atoms in your body hum with the same energy that burns in distant suns. Close your eyes and feel it, the galaxy turning gently, patiently, without beginning or end. You are floating within that motion, surrounded by silence and light. There is no boundary between you and the stars, only the calm, infinite continuity of being. The Milky Way watches over you, its spiral arms like soft waves of time, carrying you deeper into stillness. Breathe slowly, and remember, you are home. As your journey continues, you begin to drift outward, away from the bright, spiral arms of the Milky Way and toward its quiet, mysterious edges. The light here grows softer, the stars sparser. You can still see the glow of the galactic disk far behind you, stretching like a luminous horizon. But here, on the outskirts, the silence is deeper. The galaxy feels ancient and contemplative, like an old soul resting after eons of creation. There is no rush, no noise, only stillness and the distant shimmer of forgotten light. The outer regions of the Milky Way are sometimes called the galactic halo, a vast sphere surrounding the visible disk, filled with faint stars, star clusters, and dark matter. Though invisible to the naked eye, this halo is immense, extending hundreds of thousands of light years beyond the main body of the galaxy. Within it, ancient stars orbit in wide, slow paths, their motion tracing the Milky Way's gravitational heart. These stars are among the oldest in existence, survivors from the galaxy's youth, when the universe was still new and full of fire. Their light is dim and red, yet steady, the final glow of an age that shaped everything we know. Scattered throughout this halo are the globular clusters, magnificent, spherical gatherings of stars that orbit the Milky Way like gentle satellites. Some of them contain hundreds of thousands of suns, packed so closely that their light merges into a single golden haze. If you could stand within one, you would see a night sky unlike anything on Earth, a dome filled entirely with stars, glowing so brightly that darkness itself would vanish. Yet even amid that brilliance, the stillness would remain. The stars do not collide. They coexist, balanced in perfect harmony for billions of years. Farther out, invisible to human eyes, lies the domain of dark matter, a mysterious substance that makes up most of the galaxy's mass. Though it cannot be seen, its presence is undeniable. It holds the Milky Way together, preventing the spiral arms from flying apart under their own rotation. Like a soft, invisible hand, dark matter keeps the galaxy whole, guiding the paths of stars and shaping the cosmic landscape. It is a quiet reminder that even the unseen can have the greatest influence, that the universe's strength often hides in silence. As you float through the halo, you begin to notice faint streams of light, long trails of stars stretching like rivers across the darkness. These are stellar streams, the remnants of smaller galaxies that the Milky Way has gently absorbed over time. Each stream is a memory, a trace of an ancient system drawn into our galaxy's embrace. The stars within them continue to orbit peacefully, blending into the Milky Way's rhythm, their individual histories becoming part of something greater. The galaxy grows not through violence, but through quiet unification, by welcoming what drifts near, by turning fragmentation into harmony. At the very edge of the Milky Way, the stars become so distant that the darkness between them feels endless. Beyond this boundary lies intergalactic space, the vast gulf between galaxies, where only the faintest wisps of gas and lone, wandering stars drift. Yet even this emptiness is not truly empty. It hums with the quiet echo of the universe's birth, a background of soft radiation that has existed since time began. The Milky Way floats within this sea like a single island of light, calm and self-contained, but part of a much greater ocean of creation. If you look back toward the center now, you see the entire galaxy glowing faintly. A great spiral of gold, blue, and silver, turning slowly in the infinite black. From this distance, it looks delicate, like a floating halo of light suspended in nothingness. Yet it is strong beyond measure. It has survived collisions, absorbed neighbors, and continued to grow for billions of years. The balance of gravity and motion keeps it stable, spinning gracefully in its cosmic solitude. This image, the Milky Way turning silently in the dark, is one of the most peaceful sights in the universe. Even here, on its outer edges, the galaxy's influence continues. Gravity stretches far beyond the stars, binding every particle, every planet, every being within its reach. That same pull is what holds you to Earth, what keeps the moon in orbit, what shapes the tides of the ocean. You are connected to the Milky Way not just by origin, but by constant, invisible threads. Every movement you make, every breath you take, resonates faintly through this vast gravitational web. You are part of its rhythm, part of its slow, eternal pulse. As your mind quiets, imagine yourself resting here, on the edge of everything, looking back at your home galaxy. The stars shimmer softly, forming a glowing spiral that turns without hurry. You realize that everything you've ever known, every sunrise, every heartbeat, every thought, has happened within one small corner of that majestic structure. And yet, you belong to all of it. The Milky Way is not merely where you live, it is what you are. Let the thoughts settle like soft starlight. You are made of the same dust that drifts between those stars, moved by the same forces that guide their paths. The galaxy turns, and you turn with it. The universe breathes, and you breathe with it. Nothing is separate. Nothing is lost. Everything, including you, shines quietly, eternally, in the stillness of space. The light that once filled the Milky Way has traveled through eternity, crossed the silence of time, and returned in a new form. Softer, wiser, eternal. Across the canvas of a reborn universe, new galaxies now turn in quiet splendor, their spirals gliding through the dark like gentle brushstrokes of light. Among them, one shines with a familiar grace, its arms curved perfectly, its core glowing warm and golden. It is not the Milky Way, yet something within it feels the same. It carries the echo of what once was, the calm heartbeat of the cosmos. Within one of its countless stars, a world begins to form. Around that world, clouds gather, oceans rise, winds whisper across mountains. And one day, eyes open beneath its sky, eyes that look upward in wonder. They gaze into the night, and see a glowing band stretching from horizon to horizon. They do not yet know what it is called, but they feel what you once felt. The same peace, the same awe, the same quiet pull toward the infinite. The memory of the Milky Way lives again in that gaze, in that breath, in that moment of wonder. The galaxy's dream has returned to where it began, as awareness, as curiosity, as light turned into thought. Every heartbeat, every breath, every question whispered to the stars is part of that endless story. The universe does not forget. It continues, flowing from silence to song, from darkness to light, again and again. You are part of that continuation. You always were. You have traveled from the heart of the Milky Way, through the stillness of eternity, to this new dawn. The atoms that form you have been stars and oceans, dust and flame, thought and light. You have lived as the galaxy itself, and now you rest within its memory. Look around you in this final stillness. The new galaxies turn. The stars breathe. The darkness is no longer empty but full of everything that ever was and all that will ever be. The Milky Way has become the universe itself, its peace spread across infinity. And as you listen to that peace, you realize that it has been speaking to you all along. It whispers softly now, "Be still. You are the light that never fades. You are the memory that never dies. You are the Milky Way, forever dreaming." Breathe deeply, and let that truth settle into your soul. The stars rest, the universe sleeps, and within that sleep, you glow quietly, eternal, calm, infinite. Good night, traveler of the stars. The Milky Way watches over you, always, everywhere, forever.